guys and gals, and we're here from Drake Wayne Gaming and Sylving on Twitter, the Gaming Drag. Today I'm coming back at you with a Let's Play episode of Sylving Reforged. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump right back into it, shall we? Alarm chain, you were up, and let's go! Alrighty. Being so close, I take the time to have a better look at him while he's focusing intently on my hands. The lighter portions of his fur look so clean and well-kempt, the darker fur serving to outline his facial features. His brow wrinkles subtly before every clip, his yellow eyes fully focused on his work. Wonder if he even notices it. The fur around his head is thick, with little tufts pointing out in different places. I look to his sides, his shoulders being many times wider than my own. His chest is broad, with dark brown fur sticking between his white fur and dark chest hair. It's crazy to me how someone who's so big and strong treats me so gently. Look at this here, Aron. He shows me the hand he's just finished with, claws all trimmed. I was so distracted from examining his appearance that I didn't even notice he had switched to my other hand, let alone finished it. You need to be very careful that you don't cut them too short. It's not very easy to see, but inside your claw there's something called the quick. You do not want to cut that. It will sting quite painfully if you do, and it starts about here. For comparison, he puts his own claw next to one of mine, and I can see the different hues inside the claw he's pointing at. Do you see the point where the color starts to shift? Don't cut any farther than that. Don't cut near the quick. Got it. He puts the scissors on the dresser, then grabs a rectangular object and presents it to me. It looks like a light brown sponge, but dried up. Now use this to smooth out the rough edges and you're set. Well, what is it? This is a pumice stone. It's a rock that was hewn from a dead volcano, and that can be used to smooth out your claws after a trim. Most people use sandstone, but this gets better results. I'm sure Lord Mikkel won't mind if you use it. He demonstrates the filing process on one of his own claws in small yet swift motions. You can slide it across in a way, but never towards yourself. It's bad for your claws and can be pretty unpleasant. Here, try it. He offers the stone, which is practically weightless in my palm. I have never thought that a volcanic rock could be used as a nail file. Oh god. Nah! My gratitude evaporates from the first stroke. It feels like I'm dragging my nails across a chalkboard. The tingling sensation sends a shiver all the way down my spine to the tip of the tail, poofing the fur out. The wolf gives me an understanding but encouraging look. It's a bit tough the first time. It can take some getting used to. I was afraid he'd say that. I power through the discomfort, rounding each one out until Agnarr tells me I can move on to the next. After all that, my claws are finally dull and my clothing is now safe. I think for a moment how absurd this all is. Of all the things I could be doing in a whole new world, I'm spending my time getting my nails done. Good. You did well. I examine the claws, the tips all nice and dull. Now I can be sure I won't accidentally shred my new clothes into confetti. You're quick to trim my claws. Have you done this before? A few times. There were those who have never done it before, so they couldn't. Forget what I said. It was a long time ago. His eye catches the bed, the little scroll catching his eye. Is that your safe conduct? Huh? Oh, yeah. He picks it up and unfurls it. Go ahead and get dressed. I'll be right outside the door memorizing this. Crap, I must have hit a sore spot. I don't think something as clipping claws would bring up some bad memories to him. Agnarr didn't want to talk about it, so I better not stick my nose in any further. Alright, let's try to stay positive and focus on the here and now. Now that the murder mittens are declawed, it's time to finally see what I've got. Unbuttoning my pants, I pull them down and let myself be fully naked. I look down my furry belly, down to my orange legs and feline feet. I wonder, though. There's no rush to look at myself. I'll take a good look in the mirror. Oh, nice. Hell yeah, look at that. Alright. Oh, yeah, I should probably go under, let's say, NSFW. Hell yeah. It's gonna be a penis story. I don't know, guys. I'm crazy. Censored. Okay. Maybe later. I unwrap the parcel on the bed, having a look at the new clothes Agnarr bought for me. They're all brown or white folded neatly, with a dark brown belt placed on top at the top of them all. I pick up the first piece of clothing, being the white underwear. Unlike my boxers, these aren't very stretchy. At least they're soft, though. It uses a drawstring instead of an elastic band, and there's a hole big enough for the tail at the back of it. I slip my legs into them and pull them on. There's some trouble threading the tail through the third hole, but I manage after some maneuvering. Next is the shirt, being an off-white color. Holding it up, it looks to be a couple sizes too big for me. I don't think even my formal shirt back home is this big. The sleeves are wide at the cuff but narrow at the shoulder. The neckline is a triangular neck hole with a string through it. I'm not sure how this will look on me, but I decided to just roll with it and slip it on. Now for the single pair of brown pants, being a little shorter than my blue jeans, but the material feels tougher when holding it. The seam pattern isn't something I've seen before, but the back having a strap with a button. Probably for the tail. I slipped them on one leg at a time, my new lion feet not having as much trouble getting through like with my old pair of pants. I have some trouble with fixing the strap over the tail, but I manage it eventually. I thread the belt through the loops of the pants and fasten the buckle. With my new pants securely on, I stretch, lift, and wiggle my legs around to see how everything feels. Alright, that was the last of it. Now that I'm dressed, it's finally time to look at myself. Aw, cutie. Hey, I actually don't look half bad. I didn't think the clothes were all that flattering, but it looks pretty good when it's all put together. Looking at this, I'm starting to think I might actually be able to blend in with everyone here. I turn around, taking in how it all looks on me. I think I've put it all on right before walking to the door. Some good tea. I pull open the door with Agnarr standing right outside, carefully studying my paper. So, did I put them on correctly? Well, look at that. Now you look like a real deer. How does it feel wearing them? Feels good. These clothes are really comfortable. Thank you for finding them for sure. I'm glad they're to your liking. I found the most suitable clothing to be expected of a line with your build. You'll have no trouble blending in with us. Now that we've resolved the matter of your attire, there are a few things we need to address. He gestures for me to sit, and I plop down onto the bed, Agnarr choosing to sit on the stool so her eyes are somewhat level. We had originally planned for your documents to be finished yesterday, then spend today educating you about our world and history. But with the hunt fast approaching, Mikkel won't have the time to teach you everything you'll need to know. So you're saying I should stay out of sight till it's over? On the contrary, we should get you into the public eye as soon as possible. Agnarr holds his chin and thinks, trying to find the right words. I don't know what it's like in your world, but in a small village like this, newcomers don't go unnoticed. Worse still, rumors of odd behavior, such as walking around funny and strange clothes, spread quickly. The longer you stay hidden, the more curious they'll become, and the more embellished and outlandish the rumors will get, which is why we came up with a plan to get people to quickly lose interest in you. Every year, the events of the hunt are the talk of the town for months on end. That means if we can feed people's curiosities about you, then local gossip about the hunt will completely overshadow you. But that means getting you as much casual exposure as possible. Nothing kills rumors like the mundane. I will accompany you as you go about town, helping you to walk and talk just like everyone else. You won't need to do or say much at first. I'll be there to field most questions while also making sure the noisier locals are kept at bay. Whenever Lord Mikkel has time, he'll teach you about our history and culture and culture in department? I don't know. He's supposed to give you your first lecture this evening after catching up on his duties, but he's clearly in no condition to do so today. Well, why don't you teach me then? If you're my guard, then couldn't I learn it all while we're out and about? That might not be wise. Lord Mikkel is much more educated than I am. I can tell you what I know, but you'll need to know a lot more than me to safely pass as a deer. So, seeing as his lordship is a bit indisposed, I thought I could give you a little tour of the village, to help you start getting used to us. We'll visit only a couple of places before returning to the house, introducing you to those closest to me to expand the pack for you. They're good people and are very welcoming to newcomers. I know they'll like you. Getting some fresh air and stretching my legs sounds amazing, considering I've been stuck in this room for nearly 2 days straight. Actually, walking among them rather than being a public spectacle would certainly be a welcome change. Before we leave, I need you to promise me something. You cannot be seen using magic, no matter what. Oh, right. That. I understand his concern, but I haven't even felt the slightest tingle of magic since we left the cave. Like, water time. Alright, guys and gals, and we are back. Let's go ahead and jump back into it, shall we? Okay. Do I have your word? I don't think you have to worry about that. I'm pretty sure it won't be happening again. How can you be so sure? You told me you'd never done magic before. Well, I've had a lot of time to myself cooped up in here, so I kind of sort of tried to do some more magic to pass the time. But nothing happened, I swear. That is incredibly reckless, Aron. You should have told me before doing so. What if someone had seen you through the window? Don't worry, like I said, nothing happened. I couldn't even make a spark. Here, look. I imagine the arcs of white lightning from the back of the cave, trying to summon that power through my arm, before punching the air with all my might. Agnarr knocks over the stool as he leaps back in terror, looking like he's about to get blown to bits. But But just like all the other times, nothing happens. I'm just left waving my arms around like a weirdo. Agnarr scowls, radiating a feeling of irritation. Do not do that again, Aron. If people suspect that strange magic is coming from this house, we'll have worse than rumors to deal with. Sorry, I just wanted to know what's going on with me. First I turned into a lion, and now I can do magic. Wouldn't you be curious if the same happened to you? His shoulders slacken, but as his scowl softens, he gives a grunt of understanding. Like I said, no matter what I did, nothing happened. For all we know, I can only do magic inside the cave. But however it works, it's clearly not something that's just gonna fire off out of nowhere. The other thing we know is that it happened when I got really, really upset. So unless my life is suddenly going to get even more crazy, we should be fine. So as long as you stay calm, you're quite confident this power is under control. As far as I can tell, yeah. Then I will do my best to make sure that your temper doesn't get the best of you. I don't know much about magic or Sylving powers, but I trust that you will keep this under control. There's that word again. I know a Sylving is someone from my world, but it feels like there's a lot more weight and history behind that word than I've been told. It's hard to believe I'm one myself. It makes me feel like I'm from a race of elves, being regarded as higher beings due to possessing some sort of power. Did people from my world do something in the past? Something so serious that it can be dangerous if people find out what I am? I tug on my sleeve and look up at the wolf. Hey, Agnarr? Is it really a death sentence if someone finds out I'm a Sylving? Agnarr looks a bit surprised, then apologetic. Oh, no, of course not. Probably. That doesn't sound too reassuring. I'm not sure what will happen. It's been centuries since the word of Sylving has been heard in these lands. The wolf scratches his head, carefully considering how to answer. Tell me, if I were to go to your world, would I be executed for being a wolf? I don't really know, actually. Nobody in my world has ever seen a wolfman before. Or, well, any kind of person from this world. Unless I'm counting myths and movies about werewolves going around and tearing people apart. Those usually end with the werewolf getting hunted down and shot, stabbed, or whatever else to finish them off. But I should probably keep that tidbit to myself. Of course, Agnarr isn't some mindless monster, but there's still no way to know how people would react to him just showing up out of the blue. It'd be impossible to expect everyone to be calm and casual about that. I guess it would be very mixed, good and bad, but mostly because nobody would know how to react. Alright, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and pause it right there. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon if you can. It always helps. Anyway, I love you all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!